Good morning, my dedicated viewers, and welcome if this is your first time, and glad to have you back if you've been away for a while. I'm Mark, and this is MEYOCHI, your gateway to flexibility, range of movement, injury prevention for an active and healthy lifestyle. Today's routine is the earth routine. So let's begin. Feel the stretch, not the pain. Our first exercise is going to be the pretzel stretch. And what we're going to do is just going to stand straight up like this, twist our hands around like this and clasp your fingers and bring it over your head like this. And this is a great full body stretch. You can feel it all in your arms here, down your side, your torso. Really good stretch. And always remember, if this is as far as you can go, that's as far as you can go. Feel the stretch, not the pain. I don't want to feel anybody feel pain. I just want you to feel nice, wonderful stretches. Oh, this is a great one though. I love it this early in the morning, just stretching like this. Nice. And then we're going to bring it down. Okay? And then one more time, we're going to alternate. Put your other hand over, pretzel stretch, and up in the air. Oh, this is a great one for your entire upper body. I can feel it in my abdomen and in my shoulders and in my side and in my arms. Oh, that feels good. That's a great stretch to start out with. All right. And bring it down. Looks like we might have a decent sunrise once it gets over those first clouds there on the horizon. All right, now bring it back over. Put your fingers in and up, back up. And stretch. That will wake your body up. This will definitely wake your body up. All right, and bring it down. Okay. The next one's going to be our behind the back stretch. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to clasp our hands behind our back. We're like this, but behind your back. Stand straight up like you're saluting an attention. And lift your arms as high as you can. And you'll feel it stretching in your upper chest and in your shoulders and in your upper back muscles like this. And just pull them up. Oh, that's a good one as well. Just something about stretching. I just love stretching. Keeps you flexible. It's waking up all the cells in your body. Just all around good stretch. All right, and down. All right, up in the air. Let's do that one more time. Clasp your hands in the back and stand straight at attention and pull them back. Just like that. A little chilly out here this morning for Florida standards. Probably about 50, 55 degrees. Not too much wind though, so it's not so bad. All right, and down and relax. Whew. Those two will get you going this morning, a little bit of strength going there. One more time, clasp your hands like this behind your back and stretch. Some very cool clouds out there today. I like the ones that are really, really high up in the atmosphere. I'm not a meteorologist, but I think those are stratus clouds. They bring a lot of color. All right, and bring them back down. All right, the next one's going to be the thumb wrist stretch. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put our hand out like this, put your thumb in, put your fingers around your thumb, and then point your wrist down and your thumb knuckle, try to point it to the ground. And when you're doing that, you're stretching your forearm muscles, you're stretching the muscles in your wrist, and you're stretching your finger muscles at the same time. I always say these are very important because we spend a lot of time on those computers and those iPhones. All right? Now let's do it with this hand. Put your thumb in. Wrap your fingers around it, point your wrist down, and twist. And try to have that thumb knuckle to the ground. Push your arm out as far as you can so that you get a little bit of stretching as well up here in the forearm. No one ever thinks about stretching your fingers and your wrists and your forearms, but they're important, especially this day and age. Okay. And one more time with the other hand. Put your finger in, wrap your fingers around, your thumb in, wrap your fingers around it, pull down, and twist. For me personally, I did a lot of skateboarding as a kid. My wrists are probably some of the tightest and sorest parts of my body. So I do enjoy these. It kind of loosens them up. All right, and one more time, thumb in, wrap your fingers around, point down, and twist. How'd that thumb go? You should feel it all in here. I don't see a single bird out here today. Usually there's some kind of bird, seagull, pelican, sandpipers, seahawks, terns, cormorants. All right. Okay. The next one is the reverse arm stretch. This one feels a little strange when you do it, but what you're going to do is stick your hand out, palm to the sky, bend your fingers, point your fingers to the floor, get your other hand, and then pull your fingers back like this. And this is stretching your inner forearm and your back shoulder and in your elbows and your joints in there. And just pull them like that. And put your fingers out as far as you can, or put your arms out as far as you can. Oh, there's a pelican. Okay. It's good to see some wildlife. And now that I said that, here comes a seagull. All right, down. And let's go the other way. And stretch them. Try to push your arms out this way as far as you can. All right, relax for a moment and bring it back up and stretch them. All right, and relax. And one more time. Switch arms and stretch them out. Got some dog walkers this morning. Always enjoyed the dog walkers. I guess the dogs are a form of wildlife as well, right? Maybe you can see them. They might go behind the camera. All right, and relax. The next one is the 45-degree neck stretch. We're going to stretch our neck muscles here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to point our chin down and then go over to the side like this. And point your chin and try to hit it to the shoulder here. How's it going? You'll feel it stretching in your neck over on this side here. All right, and then back up, and then down this way. Stretch them again. You'll feel it stretching in your neck right there. Okay, back up. We got the local sheriffs driving by doing their beach patrol in the morning. Hey, come on. So they check to make sure nothing's happening on the beach at night doing their patrols. I'm okay with that too. Keep the beaches safe. All right, now back to what we were doing. Down and then twist your head to the side and try to point your chin to your shoulder. Ah, it's quiet again. All right. And back up, and I meant to tell you, feel the stretch, not the pain with your neck vertebrae. You want to make sure you feel no pain in those necks, okay? No pun intended, okay? And then bring it back down, and then point it to the side like this. And you're going to stretch it on those sides there. Try to keep your back straight. It's good to stretch the neck muscles. Again, with all the computers and iPads, we point our heads and our necks in a different, non-natural position to look at our computer screens. So it's good that we stretch our necks, okay? That's why I do it. All right, the next one is the hip stretch. Just put your feet out like this, and we're just gonna put our hands here and go to the side. So point your hip this way, and you can use this arm to push it. Put this knee out forward and stretch. Keep your back as straight as you can. And you're feeling it stretches in your hips and down in your inner thighs. Putting a little bit of muscle strength on that one thigh right there, and then just stretch them. This is a good mid-body stretch, especially for the hip and the buttocks. Bring it back up, go back down the other way, and stretch. Point that hip out this way. I am definitely more flexible on this side than the other side. I always like to call that symmetry. One side of your body may be more flexible than the other. That's what we're trying to work on here, is to get everything the same flexibility. All right, stand up and rest for a second. Then bring it back down and stretch. And you should feel this in your inner thigh, your hips, and even your torso. That feels good. All right, up, and one more time. Stretch. That feels good. Nice crispy morning this morning. Winter is on its way. All right, and relax. All right, now it's time to transition to the floor. And you know what that means. Food of the week. And our food of the week is going to be onions. Wild onions are thought to have originated in Central Asia, but many have grown in other areas as well. Theory has it that onions were a staple food in prehistoric diets, long before farming and writing was ever invented. It is believed onions were simultaneously cultivated in many regions about 7,000 years ago. Health benefits. Onions are nutrient dense, which means they are low in calories while at the same time high in vitamins and minerals C, B6, B9, folate, manganese, and potassium. The potassium in onions is needed for cellular, nerve, muscle, and kidney functions. But sadly, the average American only gets about half of their daily needs of potassium. Onions are cancer fighters with their high levels of antioxidants and sulfur compounds, which may help prevent mouth, ovarian, and colon cancers. The sulfur compound onyanin A has been shown to protect cells from mutation. This slows the growth of tumors, lung cancer, and ovarian cancer. Onions may increase bone density. Many studies of postmenopausal women show that those who ate onions had a 5% greater bone density, and it decreased their rate of hip fracture by 20%. Onions contain prebiotics inulin and fructoligosaccharides. These prebiotics help feed the good bacteria in your gut, which benefit digestion, increase immunity, and decrease of inflammation. Onions are a good source of quercetin, which have anti-inflammatory properties that help to relieve arthritis pain. And finally, onions help protect your heart, manage diabetes, have antibacterial properties, and may improve your sleep. Fun facts. In ancient Egypt, onions were worshipped for their concentric rings and round shape, which symbolized eternity. And New York City used to be called the Big Onion before it was changed to the Big Apple. And what everyone is dying to know, why do onions make you cry? As onions are chopped, they release a gas called syn-propenthenol X oxide, which causes a burning sensation in your eyes. This triggers a response from your brain, which washes away the irritant with your tears. So get you some onions today. It's a great food of the week. Very nutritious. Most people don't think there's nutrition in onions, but they are very, very good for you. So go get you some onions today. And as always, the food of the week is one part of my 4 pillars of Meyochi. And my 4 pillars of Meyochi are flexibility, proper nutrition, stress reduction, and exercise of any kind. You follow my 4 pillars, and I can guarantee you your quality of life will improve dramatically. Okay, now off to our floor exercises, and I think the sun may be rising. Oh yeah, there we go. Very cool. All right, our first exercise is going to be the ankle lower leg stretch. So you're going to put your feet out like this, bring this leg up, and with your hands grab your toe fingers and pull your foot back this way, okay? Pull your fingers and your toes back like this. And you're going to feel it stretching all in the bottom of your feet, the bottom of your toe fingers, and your calf muscle. The other thing you want to do is try to keep this leg straight and point it straight up in the air, and you can feel it stretching underneath your thigh. All right, and put that down. Bring the other foot up, try to point that one up. Grab your fingers and stretch. All right, we got some sun. That'll start warming the day up too. It's going to be a gorgeous day here today. Gorgeous fall day. Good day, good time to be outside. All right, and put it out. Let's bring the other one up. I hope it's as gorgeous of a day where you are. And stretch those legs, those calf muscles, and those feet. It's very important to stretch your feet as well. I know you don't think that's worth stretching, but I think there's something like 56 bones in each foot. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know there's a lot of them. I'm thinking something like 56 bones though. If not, a lot of bones in your feet. They need to be stretched as well. A lot of muscles and tendons and ligaments in there. All right, and then bring this one up and stretch. All right, oh, that feels good. All right. Okay, the next one is the classic yoga pose, the spine stretch. And we're just gonna get on our knees like this, and we're gonna go to the floor. Now, again, always, this is stretching your spine and your vertebrae. Feel the stretch, not the pain. Only go down as far as you can. Do not feel any pain whatsoever. So we're just going to use our hands for support and then walk them down. And again, feel the stretch, not the pain. If this is as far as you can go, stop. Bring it back up, all right? And then just go to the floor. You're stretching your back spine, your vertebrae, your upper shoulder. I love this stretch. This is a great, great stretch. All right, push yourself up using your hands, up in the air. Wonderful morning, wonderful morning. Nice. Okay, and let's go back down. Stretching, feel the stretch, not the pain. Go down until if you feel any pain, bring yourself back up. And just give it a good long stretch. All right, bring it back up. I am enjoying this sunrise. It is a beautiful morning out here. All right, I hear the seagulls in the background, and we're gonna go back down. Okay, bring it back up. I'm loving this so much. We're going to do it one more time. One more time. All right, down we go. I can feel it in my back, upper back muscles just stretching and stretching. This is a great upper body spine stretch. Okay, bring it back up. Nice. Gorgeous morning. I almost feel like I'm on some different planet with the low tide and the way the sand is rippling underneath this little low tide sandbar. Very cool this morning. Very nice, very nice. All right. Now we're going to do the inner thigh stretch. So what we do is we're just going to sit like this and bring your feet, your heels, as close to your groin as you can and push these legs out. If you're not very flexible, this one feels a little awkward. And this is probably where I am the least flexible, is right in the inner thigh type area. I think it's just the way I was built. Even as a little kid, I couldn't sit cross-legged. When we go to elementary school type meetings and they'd have you sit on the floor and everybody'd sit cross-legged, I couldn't do it. I just think it's the way I'm built. So hopefully your legs can go further down. And you can also use your arms to stretch them out like this, all right? All right, let's relax for a second. All right. And one more time. Bring these heels as close as you can to your groin and push those legs down like that. And relax. And one more time. Bring it up and should feel this in your inner thigh and your groin area. Try to keep your back straight. Okay. And relax. Okay. Now it's time to get back up and stand back up. This is where I'd like to talk about my goal of stretching with you for the next 20, 30, 40 years. So if you like what I'm doing, please help me spread the word. You can share all my videos by going to meyochi.com, okay? Or go to my YouTube homepage by clicking on the Meyochi icon in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And if you're a frequent viewer, then hit the red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And don't forget to hit the bell notification as well. Then you will be notified when my latest videos are posted, which is every other Saturday at 6 a.m. And finally, I would love to hear your comments, questions, and any feedback. So feel free to write them in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up like button. Thank you. So let's get back to our stretching exercises. We need to get our chair for this one. This is the classic runner calf stretch. You see all the runners always doing it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put our foot out and our other one back, bend this knee forward, keep this leg straight and keep that heel to the floor, and then just bend forward like this. And you're going to feel it stretching all in the back of your calf right there. And use your chair for support. Classic runner stretch, them stretching their calf muscles. All right. Okay, let's switch over. Put this one back, put your knee forward, and stretch. Keep that heel to the ground, and you'll feel it stretching in the back of that calf muscle, right back here. No waves today. We've had an offshore wind for the last 3 days, which is basically the wind's blowing this way. So it's pushing the waves the opposite direction. You go about 3 or 4 miles off the coast, maybe 10, it could be 5, 10 feet out there. We just need a little island out there to go surfing. I've always thought about that. Putting a man-made island out there about 10 miles off the coast and have it floating just underneath the water. And then just making a perfect wave breaking. If I was a billionaire, I'd do it. But it still makes for a beautiful morning. All right, switch them over. Very clear this morning as well. In the fall and winter, the way the weather patterns are, it just clears the atmosphere. Okay. Good stretching. Ooh, I felt that good in my calves this morning. All right, now we're going to sit in our chair and we are going to do what I call the hip butt stretch. Just sit in your chair like this and bring your foot over. This foot can relax. With your hands, grab your knees, keep your back straight and push your knee towards your chest. And what you're doing is you're feeling it in the buttocks area and your back thigh area right here, this whole hip and your hip area. So you're just stretching it and just pull it straight back like that. And you can feel it all in here and then on your buttocks and in your hip. Great stretch, and just relax this foot. All right, and bring it down. Now lift your other foot up, grab your knee and pull it to your chest. Bring your knee to your chest. Keep your back straight. You should be feeling it all down in here. I love stretching the large muscles of your body. It just kind of wakes you up and makes you feel good. It's rare that you stretch these areas too, but it's very important, especially for if you fall. These areas need to be flexible. Why? Because when you fall, you're supposed to fall on these parts of your body down here, because it can take the fall better, and I think it's because you have a little more padding as well. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I ought to research that answer. Don't take that one to heart. But I think you're supposed to fall on your buttocks. But that has to be flexible as well, or else you get hip fractures. That's why a lot of people, when they get older, have hip fractures, because this area is not very flexible. That's why we do these. I want everybody to be healthy, happy, and active. and flexible. And we're going to do this, and we're going to age gracefully together doing these flexibility exercises for the next 20, 30, 40 years. I'm going to be out here. I want you with me in this adventure. All right. Okay, that was some good stretching. Enjoyed that a lot. We hit everything from your little toes to your fingers to your thumb, neck, buttocks, knees, calves, torso, upper back, spine, vertebrae, neck vertebrae. We stretched it all. And I hope you enjoyed the sunrise this morning. It's a beautiful morning out here today. All right, today for the inspiration of the week, I want to talk about a lady that I saw at the adult playground who had double knee surgery and was trying to recuperate. And we were at the adult playground, which is a place here on the island that has a quarter-mile track and then has all these exercise machines sprinkled about the track in which you do different exercises with your body that's all counterweighted by your body, kind of like Nautilus type machines. So everybody goes there, people who just walk the track. We have older people, younger people doing the machines, people who are trying to get healthier, people that are healthy and use them for exercise. And you get to know the people that are doing all these little exercises or whatever exercises they're doing at the adult playground. So I'm sitting there walking from one station to the next, and I'm sitting there talking to this nice lady who just had double knee surgery. And she's got two canes, one in each hand, and she's trying to get her legs, her knees better, and she's walking very slowly like this with her two things. And she's just got this big smile on her face, and she's happy because she's outdoors, and she's just trying to get her knees better. She's recuperating. And you could just see the determination in her face that she was going to get better. And so it just really inspires me to see people out here trying to better themselves after a major setback. And we all have major setbacks. And what it is it's all in how you handle your setbacks. You can handle them in a positive way with a can-do attitude, or you can handle them in a negative way, which I always say creates a downward spiral. Negative emotions bring other negative emotions, bring other negative emotions, and it just puts you in a downward spiral, and you just seem to get more negative and negative. You can flip that around and turn it into a positive spiral, where you start and do something positive, which creates something more positive, which creates something more positive, and the spiral just keeps going up and up and up. So it's always better to try to have a positive outlook on life and do something, no matter how small, makes you feel better. Because when you do that one thing that makes you feel better, you're on the track of that spiral going upwards. And you'll do another thing that makes you feel better, and another thing, and the next thing you know, you're having a wonderful and joyous morning like this with this great sunrise, and you're just happy and you're ready to take on the day. So when I see her walking very slowly, she's got this look of determination, but at the same time she has this look of peace and happiness, even though she just had double knee surgery and she can barely walk and she's got two canes, but she's out there and she's moving. And that's the key, is that she's out and moving, and she's trying to get better, and each day she will get a little better, and each day she'll get a little better and a little better, until 6 months later she's walking like it's no big deal. So that's part of what I'm trying to talk about today, is you've got to keep moving. And when you have setbacks and injuries, always consult your doctor, all right? But I once had a shoulder injury, and the first thing I start asking the doctor is, when can I go surfing? When can I start paddling? When can I start moving this arm? And the doctor's saying, well, you know, we've got to do some physical therapy, but as soon as you feel that you're able to do it, then do it. Didn't give me any time frames. So you know what I did? I got off that couch. I didn't feel sorry for me, and I started stretching my arm. At one point, that's as far as I could get this arm. And now I can get it all the way over my shoulder like that. And now I can go back to paddling. I couldn't even paddle. I was out of the surf for 4 or 5 months. And that could have been a negative downward spiral for me. But instead, I worked hard at getting the shoulder backing up. And now I can surf and paddle once again. And I can go out in the ocean and paddle. So, you've got to keep moving. You've got to keep being flexible. As you get older, one of the keys to staying active is flexibility. That's where my Meyochi stretching exercises come in. So try my Meyochi stretching exercises. They're very easy, very simple and basic exercises. Give them a go. But it's going to keep you in full body flexibility. What is the most dangerous item in your house? Does anybody know? It's the couch. The couch is the most dangerous item in your house because what does it do? It makes you sit there like this and you don't move and your arms and your muscles tighten up and you're not moving and you're not active and your lungs aren't working and your blood isn't flowing. Get off that couch. Get outside and do something today. The couch is the worst thing you can do. Sedentary lifestyles will kill you. So if you are sitting on the couch and you don't know where to begin, just stand up and start walking. Start running, swimming, bicycling. Walk out your front door and just walk down the block. But whatever you do, start moving, okay? And you will get better. And you can be active for the rest of your life. My parents are in their 80s, and my mother walks 2 or 3 miles a day. My father and my mother helped me paint my house last year, the exterior of my house, for a solid week. My father was 80 years old, going toe-to-toe with me, painting from like 8 o'clock at night, or 8 in the morning till like about 7 at night. And he did this for a week, and I didn't even ask him. He was like, no, I'm helping you paint. My mother, she was out there, I'm helping you paint. And they're both out there in their 80s painting for a solid day. How could they do that? Because they're active and they move and they're constantly keeping themselves moving. And my father does weight exercises and Nautilus type exercises and stair stepping. And my mother, she walks 3-4 miles a day. The key is remaining active, okay? So get off that couch. And let's talk about my 4 pillars of Meyochi. Flexibility, proper nutrition, stress reduction, and exercise of any kind. You do my 4 pillars, and I can guarantee you your quality of life will improve dramatically. Now I'm off to do some land boarding. And I will see you later. I see you.